Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AuthorHood podcast. Hope things are being really good at everyone's end. To grace our show today, we have Divya Subash, a gifted poetess who makes her literary debut with Comfort in Clouds, a poetry collection that mirrors the solace and wonder she finds in the ever changing sky. Since childhood, she has been captivated by clouds, silent companions that drift endlessly, carrying whispers of dreams, hope, and longing. Now, as a grown woman, she embraces their boundless comfort, weaving verses that speak to struggling souls searching for peace. Her poetry is an invitation to look up, find strength in nature's vast embrace, and rediscover the quiet resilience hidden within. Hello, ma'am. Thank you very much for accepting our invite. Welcome.
Thank you so much for such a lovely introduction. Yeah, I'm glad to be a part of, AuthorHood podcast today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so very much. So, this was something from my end. How will you best introduce yourself to the listeners?
I think the introduction did justice, but still, to introduce myself, as you already said, my name is Divya Subash, and I hail from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and I'm a mother, a daughter, a wife, a collection of all human relationships.
Yeah.
And I was a casual announcer in All India Radio, Coimbatore, for a period of around 3 to 5 years. So
Wow.
the radio journey, the poetic journey, the writing journey, everything started from my young age.
Amazing. So, comforting clouds. Now, that's an entity far away, yet so close. Why exactly did you choose clouds as the metaphor for comfort and hope?
See, clouds, right from our childhood, we used to draw clouds. It's a very easy form, and children love it. And moreover, to talk theoretically, see, clouds are, usually formed by countlets of, water droplets, right? And they shift their shape frequently. And moreover, we in earth as a roof, we see as a sky, right? So in sky, when we look above, we see the drifting clouds, the passing clouds, they're very soft, fluffy. And for happiness, we say, oh, I'm on cloud 9. But when you're sad, you use the same kind of thing, like, oh, I'm gloomy as a cloud. I was always fascinated by clouds right from my young age. So I had many titles for my debut book, but this was something very close to my heart. So I thought, why not?
Comforting clouds.
Yeah, why not Comforting Clouds?
Beautiful.
For me, it depicts the creation of life. As the same evaporated water, it comes down as rain. So it completes a circle. So I thought it's like comfort. We seek comfort everywhere, but in the end, it's in you. So that's what.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Believe me, I fell in love with your personality just when I read that the book isn't just written in honor of the little girl that you were, but also of the women that you have become. This is just so beautiful.
Thank you. That's my dedication page that you just read. Yeah.
What's the beautiful say?
So it's all experiences, not only my personal experiences, but the way I see the relationship with others, or how they react to life, everything. So I see, always I wonder, some mysticism or some kind of magical things always happen beyond the clouds or within the clouds. They carry secrets and everything. That kind of fascination still exists in me, even though I've become a mom of a 10-year-old. I feel that that little girl, how she was fascinated by looking at the clouds, the same kind of fascination still exists in me as a woman. So I think that's something I had to honor, that little girl who felt really happy looking at those. So I thought, why not I start my first debut book as a dedication towards that little girl who is still in me. I don't want to lose her. I don't want to lose that small happiness that she always gets by looking at the clouds.
I have an ear to ear smile when I listen to you. This was so beautiful, so pure.
And that's what clouds represent, right? Purity, innocence, creation, everything.
Amazing. So now your poetry, it feels very sensitive and very delicate. Did you have to struggle with your words resonating universally while making sure that they also stay true to your personal experiences?
Oh, that's a very thoughtful question. See, for me, as writers, okay, I always deeply believe that the power of
Hmm.
writing and crafting words that actually should resonate with others. That should
Hmm.
it should leave some kind of a strong emotional impact. But it should give a
Hmm.
unique perspective too. It's not like you see pain like this, or even I feel pain like this. See, the pain, the level of pain or the level of happiness depends, and it always has a difference. Even though we are all
Hmm.
human beings, the scale differs. Okay, so it's a delicate balance, I think. Remaining authentic to our own personal experiences, yet connecting it universally. It's not easy,
Hmm.
but there were times where I actually reread my poems again and again
Hmm.
to see that, okay, I might have written it in a different perspective, but the
Hmm.
readers, there are chances they can misunderstand. So I was brave enough to share the experiences that creates a sense of connection. And I think
Hmm.
the greatest reward is like when readers, they resonated to a deeper level. So just focus on keeping your inner scale balanced. Keep doing your best and just leave the rest to God, or like whatever. Or if you believe in universe, leave the rest to universe, or whatever it is.
Just when you said that you reread your poems, and every time you would have read them after writing them, there would have been some different meaning that would have aligned to whatever mood you were in then.
Yes, 100%.
Yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So you again have a very deeply spiritual outlook on life. And that I caught when I was in words with you over the call.
Yeah.
Believing in do your part and leave the rest to God. Has it in any way influenced your creative process and themes of comforting clouds?
Oh, yes, it has profoundly influenced my creative journey. I could put it that way. Because just like the philosophy behind, do your part and leave the rest to God, has taught me
Hmm.
a sense of surrender as well as a detachment, I would say. See, we have so many different gods or different deity or entities. We have our
Hmm.
favorite
Hmm.
gods, right? If I worship Lord Shiva, that doesn't mean I hate other like Brahma, Vishnu, or whoever it is, Jesus, Allah. Like
Hmm.
to be frank, to be talking about universality. But we get inclined towards certain energies or certain gods in certain way. We have a favorite color, we have a favorite food, favorite car, favorite place. It's just natural part of a human or anybody. We'll have some certain things we are allergic to. So
Hmm.
I always say that just do what is best for you. If you have chosen that path, just go in that path. And there might be
Hmm.
hurdles, there might be obstacles. Life will throw challenges at you. So when you accept this and acknowledge the truth, and I think acknowledging and accepting certain things is liberating. It gives you a sense of freedom.
It is. Yes. Oh,
Definitely,
yes.
when you accept that certain things don't go in certain way as expected, That's okay. When you say it's okay, take a step back and say it's okay. Now it is not proper. I just surrender to even to failure. I say it's not failure. It's just a stepping stone to success, or you learn from that experience. So when you actually when you go into the spiritual side, it's just all the gods, what they preach is like, just accept what you are, who you are, just search inwards. Nothing is outwardly. The experiences is like how you react to certain circumstances. So even if you think that no, you are not proper, or I'm not good enough, or anything, just you can start small, you can start changing it. So I think it's the mindset that helped me a lot to navigate in my life with the spiritual outlook. And the themes are definitely whatever I spoke right now to you and to the audiences who are hearing it. Everything, like right from the complexities of human emotions, a sense of empathy, understanding, compassion. I think everything I have explored in the theme of comforting clouds, and it's a bit repetitive. And I feel that how much ever you talk about these things, it's not enough.
So true. There's no end to it.
Yeah, so keep writing, keep exploring inwards, and trust in the timing, or trust in the journey. Like, you will reach where you want. Definitely, the ones whom you chose, or who chose you, definitely they'll guide you in a right way. And you have your heart and soul, and just be consistent with what you're doing. But do it slowly, and everything matters, and even you matter. Just don't forget it. Yeah, that's what.
It's a very, very beautiful say. And when you say about being consistent, the problem in today's world is that it's a lot fractional. People, like, if they put their hands into something today, they want it done tomorrow.
I accept, like, whatever you said to a certain extent. See, patience and everything, comes through the experiences, not through age. Or they always believe that you're a teenage, you don't know how to balance things. You are very hypothetical in certain situations. You're always delusional, and all those stuffs come up. But staying focused, if you want to achieve something in life, not for others, or not for the validation that you seek outside, when you understand this, the complete game of life changes. It's not seeking external validation at all. As you said, they lack patience. They wanted this much of likes, they want this much of shares, and everything is instant. Oh, if I'm not getting this much, they get very stressed out. When you wanted validation from outside, that's something that you lack within.
Very, very true.
Make yourself, whatever you want. If you wanted to be successful, if you wanted to make more money, no, if I wanted to build a whole family, whatever your needs may be, whatever perspectives you have, just be true to yourself. Just balance your inner scale. The other person might expect more. The receiver will never know when to stop. You'll get drained. As far as you're giving your 100% to a relationship, to a job, to whatever it may be, just make sure that your inner scale is balanced. I'm doing my best. So just improve yourself. Seek validation inside. As far as you're satisfied, you need not prove your worth to anybody. Your self-worth matters. God knows what you have done. And I think that's more than enough. It's between you and God, nobody else. That's it. Do your duty. That's it.
Okay. So, your journey with poetry began on the Coimbatore radio station.
Yes. All India Radio, Coimbatore.
Yeah. So, do you have a memorable moment to share when your poetry deeply connected with the listener or yourself?
To be frank, I have been fortunate enough to have had Mrs. Vidya Rangaraja Gopal. She's my professor and my guide, my mentor, my friend. I could say whatever. Actually, she introduced me to the world of radio in Coimbatore. Actually, I had an
Okay.
opportunity to meet and listen people from all walks of life, I would say. Right from UPSC rank holders to budding
Hmm.
artists and, people who wanted to, come up in life, but they didn't find the right kind of, medium to reach their needs, whether it's an educational support or what. So I'm forever
Hmm.
grateful to Mrs. Vidya Rangarajagopal ma'am. If you're hearing this, thanks a bunch and thanks. I feel really blessed to have you in my life.
Wow.
Yeah, because of her guidance and her support. It's because I would say to certain extent I am like this because of her. I still cherish a memory that you asked, where I received a postcard. Like from 2009 to 2013, I was working there. So those days they used to write postcards. It's not like I was working in AM, not in FM. So we used to receive letters in postcards. That time it was addressed as Kavidayini Divya Subash. So Kavidayini in Tamil translates to
Hmm.
a poetess. So
Poetess.
yeah, so in Ilaya Bharadam program, where 30 minutes duration was given to recite my poetry in Tamil. To be frank, my journey as a writer began as a Tamil writer, poetic writer. So that's how my journey began. And after entering into All India Radio, where I was given a slot for English talks and all those things, I had an opportunity to explore different genres in writing. So I thought they gave me a slot for 15 minutes in English also. So where I had an opportunity to recite my English poetry. I was fortunate enough to get those things. When it was addressed to Kavidayini Divya Subash, I was like, wow, people, accepted me as, a poet. Even though those days, people, they don't listen to those kind of poetries that much. But we had loyal listeners till now. So I think those people really took effort to write letters and post it.
It's you telling about it, and I feel as if it's some of my experience, and you're narrating it.
Wow.
I'm feeling happy. I am smiling. I'm feeling happy about it.
Thank you so much for being so nice. It's good to see people to acknowledge and accept. That's what people crave for, right? It's not about validation. It's like, oh, she understands my exact moment, how I
Exactly
felt.
this.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's really
So
nice.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think poetry offers to a reader something that other forms of literature do not?
Yes, absolutely. Because I think poetry has its uniqueness. It's because poetry, allows you to express your suppressed emotions in a very brief manner, in a brevity. It can convey the depth within few lines. Now you have haikus and everything. Within two lines, the depth can be conveyed, which I think prose and little bit lacks, because like you have to. Prose has its own structure and format, and even though poetry has different formats and structures, and certain things, free verse is what everybody nowadays loves, right?
Yes.
So it's a I think it's brevity, it's a powerful tool of expression, and you layer it. I mean, there is a multi-layered meaning to that is left to the readers to to unveil it, to pause. Oh, what has she written in which perspective has she? Oh, she's connecting it with this metaphor. Oh, she's used this. I can say as light as an air, as feather. Oh, okay, the feather is very light. Oh, she's used to this. So how she would have felt? Oh, light. Oh, even I'm floating. Anything can be connected. So definitely poetry stands out from the rest of the literature types.
Very nicely put. And continuing with that, how does Comforting Clouds embody that unique offering?
That unique offering in my debut book, Comforting Clouds, I would say it's like reassurance, a companion. It's like it's okay if you don't multitask. We are all relatable. As I say, it's a journey of self-discovery. You can unravel the multiple layers that I have written there to see the real you. When you see yourself and accept the person with all flaws and greatness you have within, you will see who you truly are. When you once understand this is how it is, this is who I am, and I think that is enough. You are enough, and you definitely matter. When you think, no, I'm not good enough, I don't do as a duty as my husband, I'm not very supportive wife, I'm not a very good, no, you have done your best, and keep doing it. If not, if you think that you're not doing it, then start doing it very small. And when I talk about metaphors and everything, I think the title of poetries that I use, like everything has its own way of image, like imaginary things. If I could have written a prose, or I could have written a novel or something, I don't think this kind of images would have contributed or elevated my writing to a certain level of emotional, I would say, emotional balance. So I think that uniqueness is like the poetry has to offer. Only poetry can offer those uniqueness.
Amazing. One amazing response. Now, allow me being a little hypothetical.
Okay.
If comforting clouds could be a soundtrack, what emotions or elements of nature would you want the music to evoke?
Oh, soundtrack. Uh, yeah, it's like, just as the clouds say, it's soft, soothing melodies. When we say about soothingness, we always connect it with drizzles, raindrops, something like a soft, a mild breeze, something. Those will be natural elements. And when I talk about those sound, other than those things, I think my favorite is Veena.
Okay.
That could add what was a warmth. It's something a dreamy, uplifting sounds, blending the string instruments together.
Levitating kind of a feeling.
Yeah, it's like definitely I would choose the sound of rainfall, waves, and a breeze, a light humming of soothing melody of birds, or anything can be like anything that's comforting sounds. Whatever, like I say, comforting, you can even the giggles of the babies can be added here and there to give us a little hope and little kind of happiness towards the soul. Yeah, we can add those elements too.
Beautiful. That was amazing. So, another, imagine comforting clouds as a tangible place readers could visit. Now, what would they see, feel, or experience in that, tangible world as per you?
Oh, tangible place. The previous question was about sounds. Now it's about a place. Yeah, little tricky. Okay, let me just say, the ones, those who have seen the book who would have known the cover page, right? It's comforting clouds. It's a little girl, like a girl sitting on a green carpet of grass, and she's just watching the clouds.
Yeah.
It's a tangible place, I would say, like the green grass carpet, some drizzles and dews on flowers, waterfalls. I wish that whatever the place you imagine, that tangible place is filled with that energy that allows the visitors to actually feel seen, heard, and understood. It's like a soft, calming, gentle light guiding them with a glow. Oh, there could be different pathways, allowing them to explore, as they wander to that place. They will discover a deeper connection to themselves and to nature, but also they can, see what is around them. Take a pause, when you walk on the grass, or when the golden light little bit falls on you. It's just like the soft things, like the dews on the flowers, the little droplets on your palms, or anything that would make your soul feel that you are connected. You are connected to Mother Nature. You are in such a warmth and such a safe place. So you can just feel safe here. So I think that's what my comforting clouds, if it was a tangible place, I wish the place is filled with these kinds of things.
Wow. Basically, a place where one would feel that they're taken care of.
Yeah, they've taken care of, not from others. I wanted to stress that point again, not from others. It is within you. You would feel that you are safe in this body. You are safe. You are gifted with this body for certain kind of things that you wanted to experience. So just be happy with whatever it is. Be protective of yourself. That's what. And you will feel safe. That's what.
Wow. Another.
Yeah.
If you could have your poetry whispered to someone in need of emotional comfort, what message from comforting clouds would you want them to hold on to most?
Whispering comforting clouds into somebody, I wanted to tell them that your heart knows, your soul knows. If you feel hurt, it's a sign that it's okay to take a step back. There will be crowd of people who will hate you. Okay, just because it's from you, many of them wouldn't dare to know what you have written or what you have spoken, just because it's you. But that's okay. Yeah, very few people will definitely support you. There, when crowd of people hates, there will definitely at least one or two people who's going to support you. Just in that one or two people, I wanted you to be that person. You support yourself. You believe in yourself. Be that one person who lifts you up and believe in you. Just do, as I said, just do whatever what is best for you, but don't be very selfish. Same way, when you to the people who are who feel lost in the storms, I actually mentioned this also in dedication, the comforting clouds, these words be your comfort. So there are people who are struggling. Many wouldn't dare to say that they are struggling. So for those kind of people, the writing, whatever they read, whatever they hear, may all those things comfort them. So that's what I wanted to whisper to the reader who is reading Comforting Clouds.
Wow. So wow. I was asking for a whisper and you just narrated comfort. Beautiful.
Yeah, so just keep going. Be kind. Yeah. You are enough. You matter. Just keep moving. Just improving without hurting others. Yeah.
Beautiful. As someone who views poetry as a celebration of life, what life lessons would you want the readers to take from Clouds about resilience and impermanence?
The life lessons I would like the reader to take away from this book is embrace your vulnerability. Just adapt, refocus. We all struggle for acceptance, right? But we actually strive to give that acceptance to others, maybe to ourselves. We wanted to be accepted by others, like they should say that they should certify you as a best wife, best mother, best lover, or best girlfriend, or best ex I had ever had. We struggle for that acceptance, but we don't give it. So just I wanted to the life lesson is accept yourself, give that reassurance to yourself that happiness is this moment where you are. Be present. As I already mentioned in the introduction part, how the clouds are they are the collective efforts of countless of droplets. Same way, countless of efforts they make who you are. Just give that effort to, validate yourself. Be incredible. Just take even that one small step. It is better to, take that risk or opportunity to make yourself happier, to see how you feel. Probably you would do more for others when you're satisfied with yourself. Definitely the rest of the things will fall into its place. When you are not satisfied or when you're happy with yourself, you cannot do it for others. How much ever you do, you will never be satisfied. So I think those life lessons I would want people to take from Comforting Clouds is like, talk to yourself. You need not have close friends. You need not trust anybody. Trust yourself first. Then the rest will definitely follow.
Might take a little of your time, but there is something even I want to put in. Shall I?
Yeah, definitely you can.
There's this image of myself, a picture of myself that I always had in my head, where I am on an endless road. It's quiet and I'm enjoying it. The scene, the road, the moment, the stillness, I'm enjoying it and I'm happy about it. I have lived that picture of me. Like I have had that moment in real life as well. But that sense of happiness, like thinking of that picture, thinking of myself being in that frame, brings a quite calmness and easiness in me. I don't know from where that image again it came to my head. All of a sudden I'm feeling happy.
That's because you are doing what your heart truly loves.
Maybe.
That's what I wanted to say. Right now, you just put it across. Just do what makes you happy. But in the same way, that should not be a hindrance to the people who are very close to you.
True.
Yeah, you should know how to balance. Always in life, balance is required. Keep sacrificing, sacrificing everything. Your scale keeps going down, 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 then down. You know when to sacrifice, where to sacrifice, and specifically for whom you are sacrificing. Those people should understand the worth. Yeah, she has done it for me.
True.
He has done it for me. I'm doing it for my person. So when they understand, I think that's the beauty of all relationships. I'm not talking about husband and wife or mother or child. It can be with any relationship.
And also, it's not like we're doing a favor on anyone. It's just that it needs a little bit of acknowledgement. That yes, I out of love did it for anyone, whosoever it be. And the person must feel happy about it. The way I feel happy after doing it, the person too must feel happy that I did it for him or her, whosoever it is.
Yeah, that makes your cup. You sacrificed. You have poured from your cup. So when he or she acknowledges it back, it's not for validation you're doing it. When he or she understands, yeah, she's done it for me. He knows that I'm doing it only for him. I would have not done it for anybody else. So when he acknowledges it, or when she acknowledges it and gives it back to you, your cup is more than half, right? You feel that kind of sense of satisfaction within you. But if they are not reciprocating it or in the way you require or you wanted it, I think that's where all the kinds of misunderstandings and clash, everything begins there. So we are making simple things complex.
Complicated, yes. And that too unnecessarily. There's no point there's no point complicating things at all. If seen with a calm mind, everything is just so simple and sorted. But again, with our own logics and with our own brains put in, we actually make things super messy.
Yeah, it's because we have been conditioned to see only hatred. Because love is always unconditional.
Yes.
But it's like we have been conditioned to see hatred. See, she's like this, so you have to hate her. She's like that, oh, she's not satisfying her role, she's not, so I have to hate her. Oh, she's doing it too much, so I have to hate her. I don't know her, like I have to hate her. Like it's something, all those are conditioned beliefs. So when you just unravel all those multi-layered conditioning things, you would know yourself. When you know yourself, I'm stressing it again and again, because when you have a deeper understanding within you, you wouldn't hurt the other person. That's what, see, I learned this a little bit later period of my life. Even I have crossed all those things. See, emotions, everybody, we shout, we cry, we yell, we do all those things. But when everything is over, when you sit calmly and, oh, why have I reacted like, oh, somewhere I,
what was the whole point of doing it?
yeah,
the first
nothing.
question strikes that. Yes.
Yeah, so I think we all learn through certain experiences, and whoever gets to experiences all emotions, I think we are blessed. We know what is pain, we know what is joy, we know happiness. See, without one, another cannot exist.
Very true.
You have to know what is pain to know what is happiness and what is to be safe. So it is like you can protect yourself, but see to it that you grow and you evolve as a good person with kindness and compassion.
Very nicely put. This is the kind of conversation I really feel mustn't end.
I'm glad like you like the way I put it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it fills me with happiness. Thank you.
So, since you're a spiritual person, how do you best perceive the relationship between poetry and spirituality? And now, when you have your book in your hand, you have the collection in your hand, how have you navigated through each and every poem that you have written?
See, I cannot explain like all the 50 poetries in the specific given time slot, but a few things I would like to highlight. It's simple. My poetry book doesn't have any kind of complicated words. You have to take a dictionary to learn new words. No, the first thing I always believe is like I should use simple language. The ones with basic English knowledge, if they pick the book, they understand what I have written. And about spirituality, I would say it's you have scriptures and everything, but ultimately when you distill everything and come together, love is God. The ultimate theme is that. So whatever I feel, definitely you feel the same way. Even though I write books, I would say like I'm a homemaker. Okay, so there are certain things like a life unnoticed. I would like to highlight that. It's because like when I'm alone at my house, the poetry reads like this. In quiet moments, I look within, reflecting on the life I have lived. No grand achievements, no fame to claim. Yet, my days are filled with love, care, and gentleness. No spotlight shines on me, just a simple life. I may not have stories of triumph, but in the simple life, I find my pride. Let my life remain unsung, but in the love I give, I discover the greatest love of all within me. So, this is how the poem ends. So, the spirituality factor that I incorporated is like the love is within me. So, the God is within me. So, I may not be, I don't have any grand achievements to talk about. Like, look, I have created this. No, nothing. So I just wanted to say that whatever you give, whatever you do it with your heart. That is where spirituality begins and ends within you, in you. So that's what I say. I discover the greatest love of all that is within me. So spirituality and my poetries are connected in this form.
Wow. And I must admire you with the words that the grand thing that you have created is you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So it's like, I wrote this a long back, actually, a life unnoticed. But still, it resonates with me to a deeper level, because, like, I feel that okay, but I've given my love and care, like whatever I want, to the people who actually needs it. So in that way, I think my life is fulfilled and it is happier the way it has to be.
Yes, it absolutely is. And reframing my statement, the first grand thing is you yourself, and the second grand thing is your daughter that we are making up.
Thank you.
Yes, when you say fulfilled, it is this. No doubt it is this. Amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for your reassurance again. Yeah. Thank you for your kind words.
Okay. So, what were some challenges or revelations you faced while transitioning from writing for radio to publishing a poetry collection? I mean, how different was the experience?
Talking about my radio experience, it's like, everybody knows radio and podcast, everything is auditory, right? Poetry is something, I feel it is freedom. It is like, free verse. It's like poetry is visual, more than auditory, it is visual. So, you'll have a deeper understanding. And so I think it was a very humbling experience of writing this debut book, because I thought it was a kind of self-expression, imperfections and lots of uncertainties. Actually, I understood by writing it, maybe by giving certain focus or certain attention to detail. Probably my patience, those things are all contributing to the poetic writing, I would say. Radio was totally a different experience. We will be given interview on live, so I just had to interact with, like, just 5 minutes before the person arrives, because when I reach the station only, I would know, like, a person is waiting for a slot. So framing the questions and doing it, you have to give an introduction, conclusion, and I have to edit it to a certain time period. 30 minutes probably the interview would go for an hour. So those things were really challenging, because finding the voice bites and everything. But to my coming back to my poetic writing, I need not think of the time constraint or lines, or it should be like a sonnet, or nothing of that sort. So it was like really transformative journey, I would say, that pushed me to grow as myself. So poetry actually pushed me to grow to a better writer, or to a better person, a better human.
Wow. Like, cut clear difference between when you were there for the radio and now when you're here with your poetry collection.
Yeah, now I've been more comfortable in exploring different styles and themes. Probably I would say there was a shift in perspective also. So reflecting on those journeys, I think even during my early poetry days, I would say that I focused more on certain format and structure. I learned about different forms, syllables, and those counts and everything. But now I say there was, mostly those days it was very external. Okay, as I evolved as a person, I would say now I think my focus is more internal, self-discovery, so embracing the complexities and those nuances in life, right? So I think that's how my perspective actually shifted from my radio college days, now how I am. So it's external those days, and now it's very internal.
Very
to
internal.
Be yeah.
My next question was this only, like, how do you think your poetry has evolved from your radio days to now? And how has your voice and perspective shifted in any way? So you have already put that in words.
Yeah. I was given a role of an interviewer when I was in my college days, where I had no idea what, I have not heard any kind of interview in All India Radio where they do it very professionally. In Tamil, those words and those pronunciation, everything differs. The way you convey it, the way you present it to certain listeners totally differ from the FM. So it was like totally very professional, very you had to do it in this pitch, you had to do it in this pitch. So we had those vani training where we had to modulate our voices accordingly. So I think moreover those experiences and those kind of exposure actually made me a little bit stronger to use my voice more than my writing, because like now I just write everything as a kind of self expression and self discovery. Yes.
Wow. Again, a big wow. So, yeah. So, this question has a very personal touch from my end. So,
Okay.
like, I am very personally in love with the Southern culture, be it its aura, its vibe, its tranquility, its calm and ease, everything. And I strongly believe that these things really make a difference to one's thoughts and perspectives. Tell me, does Coimbator's culture or its environment happens to weave its way into your poetic sensibilities in Comforting Clouds?
First of all, I would like to say a big thanks from the southern part of India to admire our culture and our, the vibes and everything. Thank you so much.
In the quarter of clock, I'm ready with my bag and baggage. I get a chance and I'm shifting to South. It's like that.
You're always welcome. See, there is a Tamil saying which I wanted to say, Vandare Vazhavekkum Tamil Nadu. That's what, that the code. That means like whoever comes, we welcome with open hands. And we are very happy to share the journey with you people. And how has Coimbator's culture influenced? I would definitely say, yeah, I was brought up there. I grew up there. So, the studies, my schooling, everything, my college, everything was done in Coimbatore. And it's a very, small city where you find very, very good people. Those who are ready to help you out, those who are ready to hear you out, those who are ready to listen, because that's where I found my mentor, Vidya ma'am, again. She was like a guiding light. So I think people there will definitely have people who actually can change the way you see life. And sometimes, God sends you these people, I always believe. So I think it's God's gift at the right time. So as I said that, humans are very complex people. We don't know the purpose why we are here. But in some way or the other, we have to understand that not to hurt the other person might be very through words or through your actions. So I learned all these things from my parents, my sister, everybody. Like I had that emotional fluctuations and those fickle period of times. So I think it's the place where you grow up in, and it's the people and about like how you perceive it. Everything collectively influenced my writing journey.
Wow. So you must be having a number of reviews coming for the book. Yes?
Yes.
So is there any that has found the most, comforting place in you, in your heart, in your head?
Yes, I absolutely have it. And it's from a book reviewer. I've not known her. She just came across my DM and she told me that she wanted to review my book. And we had a conversation and I sent her my ebook actually. So after around 10 days, she posted it and I was really, really touched, and it made me proud, I would say, as a writer. It was like the words she used, and when she said there is strength in your words and you don't know like how much strength it gives to the reader, I felt this book has done its job, its justice.
Wow.
Even if there is one person who felt that there is some courage and there is a hope and it's like a meditative experience. So I think I really wanted to thank her and my parents, my amma, appa, my sister, and my in-laws, my husband, my daughter, my specifically Vidya ma'am. See, collectiveness of people, those people, because of them, it's what who I am, and this is possible only because of them. And the book is doing well because of reviewers. So I'm thankful to all the reviewers who really enjoyed reading it. And still, my DM is, everybody want to review it, but I'm choosing my reviewers carefully. So I wanted to thank everybody.
Amazing. A big thanks to them. Big thanks to you for bringing the collection to us. Now, concluding question.
Okay.
What would be that one bonus statement that would go from you as Poetess Divya Subash to the readers of your book and also to the listeners?
I think about the Comforting Clouds book, there after 50 poems, I had written a small note to the readers of that book. So I think this would be the best conclusion I could give for this podcast. It's for a statement that you had asked. As you turn the final page of this book, so I just wanted to change it to, as you hear the final conversation in this podcast, just believe that you matter deeply. Just hold on to your worth. You deserve love, light, and happiness. You are heard and you are valued. Remember, these words are not just for today, but for every tomorrow. You matter and you are enough.
Wow, amazing. Beautiful.
Thank you. Just keep going. Just keep doing. Just be yourself. Be happy.
Thank you very, very much, ma'am. Thank you very much for your time, for accepting my invite, and for being such a beautiful fellow conversation partner.
Thank you for the AuthorHood podcast for choosing my book and inviting me for your podcasting. I would thank everybody, and I would like to say that just be true to yourself. Just be you. Never copy anybody. Just choose what is best for you and keep living your life the way you want without hurting others. Thank you, and thank you.
Amazing. Thank you very much, ma'am. And all the very, very best, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much.